Hello all my peeps, it's Preston here, also known as Godzilla Hawk, and I'm your KOTA World Champion. As you guys all know, for everyone that has been following my channel, sorry, I'm kind of processing what I'm trying to say, so kind of bear with me. So, for what I've told you guys last time is I'm going to be doing Halloween-based videos. Whether they're movie reviews, whether they're video game walkthroughs, top 10s, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be giving you guys Halloween-based videos that has to do with either monsters, horror, thriller, doesn't matter. Whether they are actually age-appropriate movies or they're non-age-appropriate movies. First one I did thus far this month was The Fly, the remake. But now I'm going to talk about one of my all-time favorite movies and one of my all-time favorite franchises. It's considered to be the scariest sci-fi movie of all time. Mainly the first one. I'm talking about the Alien movies. Oh, and as you can see, this is the actual box. The Alien Quadrilogy, I believe they call it. Quadrilogy. As you can see right here, it contains all four right there. All the Alien. We got Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. So I'm going to go ahead and give my quick thoughts out on each movie. Now, each movie I have a different opinion on, and there will be some positives and negatives. The first one, the very first Alien, is a slasher movie. It is a true horror movie. It's built around suspense. There's not really a whole lot of action to the very first Alien. It's more of a suspense, a survival type movie. If you don't know the story of Alien, let me refresh your memory. People end up waking up from their deep sleep in a spaceship. They're workers. They pretty much like deliver stuff, so on and so forth. They get a transmission telling them they need to go to a planet to pick up some stuff and just kind of look around. So they end up going there. And what they find is a spaceship, a crashed spaceship. Which later, it turns out, if you've seen the movie Prometheus, you will know what the spaceship is. But anyways, they find a spaceship there. And while looking there, they spot, one of the crew members ends up spotting some eggs. One of them hatches and ends up carrying what they call a face hugger. It attaches itself to the face to that crew member. But then after a couple days later, it ends up dying on its own. So the crew member seems fine, and all of a sudden, an alien bursts out of his chest. So apparently the face hugger impregnated Kane. That's the crew member's name, I know, WWE. But anyways, they implant an egg into Kane, and it grew up, and then the baby popped out, which is called xenomorph. So now they are stuck in this ship, and their goal is to find this thing. Well, apparently they never knew that this alien has blood for acid, it has two mouths, it's very intelligent, it's quick, and it can grow very, very quickly. How quickly? How about, let's just say, it grows up very fast. It really has a big growth spurt. And one by one, the crew members die until there's only one survivor left, and that's Ripley, who's also known as Weaver. It's Weaver, if you know what I mean. It's the chick for freaking Ghostbusters, the main chick. So it's up to her to stop the alien. Like I said, it's not really meant to be an action movie. It's not meant to be a exciting movie. The first hour or so, it's very slow, but I believe it still works. It's very effective, even though there are some people that don't like slow movies. Even though this part's slow, as soon as they get on the planet, you're glued right onto the television because you want to know what's in the spaceship. You want to know what are these eggs. You want to know what's going to happen to them. And then once they get on the spaceship, back on their own spaceship in the alien zoos, now you're wondering, who's going to die next? Who's going to live? Where's the alien? When's the alien going to strike? And that's what I like about it. It's a very scary movie. In fact, this is actually one of the few movies that actually scared my dad. When I believe he was around 16, 17 years old when he saw this movie for the first time. So when he saw it for the first time, he actually told me he got scared. And that's saying a lot, because my dad's a huge sci-fi nerd. When it comes to sci-fi movies, he loves sci-fi. So the fact that the first alien ended up scaring him when he was 17 says a lot about this movie. So I definitely recommend Alien's definitely one of my favorite movies. Now let's move on to the second movie. It is Aliens, the movie directed by James Cameron, which I consider to be one of the best movie sequels of all time, tied with Terminator 2, also directed by James Cameron. This movie, a lot of people would say, is either just as good as the first one or even better. And to be honest, I can't see why. First of all, way more alien effects, way better action, memorable characters, memorable lines. And personally, this was the first alien movie I've ever seen, was Aliens. I remember seeing a midnight showing because they usually from once in a while they play classic movies in theaters at midnight. And in fact, Aliens was actually the first R-rated movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It ended up being one of my favorites. So it's a direct sequel to the first one. So Weaver survives, but it turns out she's been sleeping for 35 years. So she ends up getting picked up by this, how do I say this? This guy. I'm just going to say this guy because I can't really explain. Can't think of the word at the moment. But he gets picked up by this guy. He asks her to go onto a planet with some soldiers because they have to go down to a planet, the same alien planet from the first movie, that colonists have been hibernating there for years and years, and nothing's gone wrong. But because of one day when they tried to contact them, nobody was responding. So they're sending a military team there on the planet to investigate, and they want Weaver to come along because she's seen the aliens and knows, what they can do. First she refuses, but then she ends up going because she wants to destroy them. But what she doesn't know is the guy is actually working for the Wayne's Company. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. In the first movie, the Wayne's Company wanted the alien, the xenomorph in the first movie, alive. That's right, they wanted alive. They knew what they were doing from the start. They sent them to the planet so they could get the xenomorph, so they can use it as a weapon. So they're at it again 35 years later. And once they get there, their ship crashes and they're stranded on the planet with all these hungry aliens, and their goal is to try to get out there and survive. So it's another survival movie, but it's got a lot more character development and it's got a lot more action into it. Like I said, I kind of compare Alien and Aliens. Alien is awesome because of its suspense and slow steadiness. That it's suspenseful. It makes it more of a suspenseful movie. But with Aliens, it doesn't have that much suspense. It's not as scary, but it has a lot more action and character development. Kind of same thing with Terminator and Terminator 2. How Terminator 1 was more of a horror movie than an action movie, while the second one was more on character development and on action. So they're kind of similar in a way. But yeah, so Aliens is a very good movie, and that's when we get introduced to the Queen Alien. There's more to this movie, but if you haven't seen the Aliens, I recommend seeing the first two, definitely by far. Aliens is by far, in my mind, tied as being the best sequel tied to Terminator 2. Those two are the best movie sequels of all time. There are some that may disagree that they might like Godfather 2. And you know what? That's your opinion. That I'm not going to say. In my opinion, I'm not a fan of The Godfather. So I hope no one gets mad at me for saying that. I'm not a big Godfather fan. But I do respect your opinions. But anyways, now let's talk about Alien 3. Now, I have not seen this movie. I watched part of it. I couldn't watch it. I thought it was boring. I thought it was very depressing. If you've seen this movie or at least watched the trailer or at least seen some, if you've seen some scenes of the movie, you might know where I'm getting at. I'm not even going to talk about it. A lot of people consider this Alien 3 to be the worst Alien movie, and I understand why. Alien Resurrection. A lot of people would consider this to be just as bad as Alien 3 or worse. But honestly, I kind of find it guilty pleasure. I'm sorry, but I do like this movie. Like I said, the aliens in the movie are still awesome. The action's not too bad. But I can understand why it's kind of silly. Yes, there's some dumb characters in it. Yes, there are some silly one-liners and some silly scenes in it. I understand why Alien Resurrection would be pretty bad for the most part. But at least it's entertainment. With Alien 3, it's not really entertaining. It's just really depressing and sad. In fact, it makes you want to do stupid shit. And all you want to feel is just depression. But like I said, that's kind of my brief review on the Alien movies. So if I recommend any of them, definitely see the first two, are a must-have. But if you really have to see any of them, I recommend Aliens. Because I saw Aliens first, so even if you missed the first one, Aliens kind of explains it a little bit about the first one. So if you just watch Aliens first, you're not going to miss much. But I recommend Aliens, but definitely mainly watch Alien and Aliens. Damn, I'm coughing really bad. But like I said, if you want to get this, go ahead. I got this year of like maybe 3 or 4 years ago for my birthday, I believe. I still watch it from time to time, but I really like it. So that's my review on the Alien and the Alien movies. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I want you to comment down below and tell me what you guys think about the Alien movies. Have you seen Alien movies? Which one was your favorite Alien? Which one was your favorite out of all 4 of the Alien movies? And explain your reasoning why. And don't forget to vote down below. There will be 3 links down below for your Who's Better video, your Wrestler Talk, and your Women's Wrestler Talk video. Vote as many times as you want. There's no limit. And don't forget, I will be doing a Bound for Gore series review, and most likely a live reactions this weekend. If anything changes, I will let you guys know. Mother Trucker. Better end this video off before I continue coughing some more. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Preston. Take care of all my peeps. And more Halloween-based videos will be on our way.
Fast and
so
strong.
stay tuned.
You gotta give me some answers.
I'd rather hear your theories.
Take care.
I considered radioactive spiders and kryptonite.
It's all superhero stuff, right? What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?
Did you guys hear that? The hell is that? I was just right in the middle of the video and that dialogue, the music. Oh well. I don't know what the deal with that is. I don't know what's the deal with that, but well, let's just hope it's nothing bad. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna watch some Aliens and maybe some Predators when I'm at it. Damn, what's with that dialogue?